So I want to dive right in. You had the ultimate job marketing at one of the world's most iconic brands ever, Harley Davidson. And you were making boatloads of money, and you got to tell us, why did you leave?
Yeah, it will not surprise you that that is the #1 question I get by everyone. And it probably won't surprise you that everybody in my world thought I was insane when I left, my family included. But I really, I went through this period for probably my last 2 years, at least my last year at Harley, where I realized that while I was really successful on the outside, all the things like the traditional measures of success that you just mentioned, I didn't feel it on the inside. So I had like the success without the full. I didn't have that fulfillment, and I started to believe that those things might be mutually exclusive, and I needed to really dig deep and understand that better. Even before my Soulbbatical, I realized I had this incredibly privileged life. I have all this good fortune, and I worked my butt off too, right? But I really, when I started to understand that there was just this conflict or this tension inside of me, and I really needed to understand, I had this feeling and I was experiencing this nightmare, and I wanted to have an understanding of what is my bigger calling in the world? I knew I had to leave, and I knew I had to invest in myself.
If you could define Soulbbatical into one, does it have one singular definition for you, or does it mean many things?
I would say it means many things, but at the tippy top, to me, it's a way of being that's authentic, courageous, and purposeful. It's never too late. We have the opportunity now to create the life we want to live, not live at the effect of the life we have.
Right.
What lights your soul on fire? What are those things that you could do all day that bring so much joy to you that you lose track of time? What are those things? Because often simply following the breadcrumbs of those things can lead you to discover your big P purpose. Right? So I talk about things like that in the book as well, because that was very much what my journey looked like. Through my passions, I found my purpose. Sit down with one sheet of white paper and write my life at the top of it. And on the left-hand side, that column is entitled Soul Sucks. And on the right-hand side, that column is entitled Soul Fuel. Give yourself 5 minutes stream of consciousness on either side of the paper, just write. Don't even let yourself pick up the pencil or the pen. And then sit back and look at it. Because I think a micro step is understanding how am I using my energy? How am I using my time? Am I getting filled up by what I'm doing, or am I getting completely drained by my choices? Soulbbatical isn't escaping from the real world. It's a way of being in the real world. And it's creating space and soul time and a relationship with yourself so you can be more true to yourself. This idea of retirement and concept of working your butt off until you're 65 or whatever the age is silly. It's ridiculous because we're postponing fulfillment. In many cases, we're postponing joy and happiness and time with the people we love, time with ourselves, and we're sacrificing our health in the process. So to me, a big message in this book is you have the ability to create the life you want. This book has 4 sections in it, and the last one is called Purpose, because I wanted to align everything around what I believe are the core principles of Soulbbatical, and that's fulfillment, authenticity, courage, and purpose. I would tell anybody who's going to buy this book, be prepared, you're going to do some work. Right? So this is, yes, it's part memoir, yes, it's part manifesto, right? Because I'd love all of us to become chief soul officers of our lives. It's also reflective work that you'll sit down and do yourself. So at the end of each of those 4 sections, I'm asking you some questions. And I'm asking you to sit down and really spend time and really listen to your answers so you can dive deep like I did. And I hope it's helpful to people. And I hope that you go into this with curiosity and see what happens on the other side.